Hello guys, here I will show you a very common problem. I just came from the lake and the back and the motor were extremely hot. So when I check, this is what happened. It's totally stuck. It created rust inside. So the water, not even air, nothing moves inside. This is a very common problem. I will teach you how to solve this problem. So the first step is to get a 2mm drill bit that I have from my Dremel tool and put just a drop of oil, any oil makes the trick, to oil into the system. And then you have to try each one of these, it has 4, and open it up with the 2mm. So we try first with this one. This is open. This is totally open, so I try with the 3mm, and it's also open. So this is not the problem. So then you have to go with each one of the others. So here the second one, probably the culprit, and then I go, but this is completely open. 2mm is open, 3 also open. It's important to put a bit of oil to lubricate inside of the connection. So probably it's one of these two. So now I disconnected the other two and I test. This is also open. I try with the 3mm is totally open and clean, and this one. So bad news, because it's the motor. These are completely open. I will check. So using the same syringe is totally clean. So probably the motor is stuck, which is a big problem. Yes, and as you can see, is the motor. The motor, into the motor there is rust, and this is a big problem. So now what I have to do, so it doesn't go not even a bit of air, which means it's totally rusted. See? Oh, I clean it up. I don't know what was inside, but now it's clean. Let's see, something go out. Maybe there's some seaweed or something. So now in this case what you have to do, I will teach you. So for this case you have to use the famous WD-40, and you put inside and you do the same work. So as you can see, it's clean right now. It has a seaweed or something. We can do it again. As you can see, it's still a little stuck. But now you see it's coming from the other side, which means inside is clean. I put in front of the camera. Sorry, my hands. What? It has maybe a leaf seaweed or something inside, so didn't. Then the next step is to clean, and the next thing that I'm going to do is to connect water from the faucet at high pressure and make the water recycle all around. So now I need to reconnect all the water connections, and that's what I'm going to do. So now everything is connected again, so I test it, and it moves absolutely freely. I thought it was the BEC, the speed controller. Usually these bronze connections, they rust, but it was something stuck into the motor. Now it's totally clean. So I suggest you check before you go to the lake to make sure, and before you start the motor, to make sure the water connections are open. There are many situations in which a leaf, seaweed or something gets into the system from the propeller and finally stuck. But it's very useful to once in a while put BW40 into the whole system to keep it clean. And if you have to use the drill bit, it's good to use this. This is a motorcycle oil I use very often. It's a scooter gear oil, and it's very useful for all the bearings for the motor, and has a anti-rust, so also take away some of the rust. But if the rust is too heavy, you have no other option but to use I use these drill bits just with my hand so I don't hurt. First start with the smaller one, 2 millimeters, then go to 3 millimeters. The opening of these connectors is usually 3.2 millimeters. So playing with these two, you can very easily clean it up and take away all the rust. So now the next thing I'm going to do is connect the water here, make the water run for a long time until all the dust goes out, and that's all the work I have to do. So lucky I didn't burn anything, but this was really hot and the motor was also hot. I was afraid I broke it, but luckily everything was okay. So thanks for watching. Remember to clean your water and cooling system, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.